right, welcome into another day of our daily Devos in the Psalms. Pastor Rick here. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're having a great day so far. We're going to jump right into the text. If you could do me a huge favor today, if you're liking these videos, if you could hit like on the video, and also if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. And if you really like today's message, if you think about maybe just grabbing the link and texting it to a friend or two, just to share it with people, that'd be awesome. But no pressure, you know. So anyways, let's jump right in to Psalm 76. God is known in Judah. His name is great in Israel. His tent is in Salem. His dwelling place is in Zion. There he shatters the bows, flaming arrows, the shield, the sword, and the weapons of war. So just in these first couple of verses, God is known in Judah, and his name is great in Israel, kind of just encapsulating all of the 12 tribes, kind of bringing them all together. And then his tent is in Salem, and his dwelling place in Zion. Both of those names refer to Jerusalem. So just the capital where God dwells, where his dwelling place was, his shelter. So they're just kind of like, hey, we've got this safe place, and it's because God is known here, because God is welcome here, and God has actually chosen to make his dwelling place there, and there's great strength in the presence of God. Verse 4, you are resplendent and majestic. So resplendent is, full of light. So you are full of light and majestic, coming down from the mountains of prey. And it's pretty interesting here where he actually refers to God in kind of that second person, kind of like you, straight to him, rather than the Lord is resplendent, but actually talking to him. And then the brave-hearted have been plundered. They have slipped into their final sleep. None of the warriors was able to lift a hand. And so at your rebuke, God of Jacob, both chariot and horse lay still. Kind of a powerful message here. If this is a psalm of Asaph, and Asaph frequently uses Exodus kind of language. And so just the chariot and the horse kind of referring back to Egypt and the nation of Israel's whole experience coming out of Egypt and then being chased by the Egyptian army and the Red Sea and the parting of the Red Sea. And so again, just as you're facing different kinds of situations in life, reminding yourself of what God has brought you from and where he's taking you to, and the fact that the greatest enemies that they had ever faced just fell flat on their faces. The brave-hearted have been plundered, and they've slipped into their final sleep. They're dead and gone. None of the warriors was able to even lift a hand. Like, that's the kind of victory that God wins. Like, that's how majestic, how mighty, how powerful he is. And you, again, using that pronoun there, that just referring to God straight on, you are to be feared. So awe, respect, genuine like awe, fear, like anything that could crush you in a moment, anything that is that much greater than you. You stand, at the top of a really tall building and you look down and there's that feeling that wells up inside of you like, whoa. Or, you're outside a cage of a mighty, strong lion or something, and you think to yourself, man, if that lion if there was no wall, no cage between me and the lion, like, wow, that would be, just because of the sheer power, the sheer ability of that animal, that force, whatever, to wreak havoc in your life in a sense. And so God obviously is the most mighty, the most powerful of all. And the thing that really makes it manageable is that God is also the most good, the most perfect, the most righteous, the most holy that there is. And so we can trust him, but also there's this this fear of God, this awe, this obedience, this surrender that needs to happen in our hearts as we recognize, his judgment, his anger against evil and wickedness. From heaven you pronounced judgment, and the earth feared and grew quiet when God rose up to judge and to save all the lowly of the earth. Even human wrath will praise you. You will clothe yourself with the wrath that remains. Make and keep your vows to the Lord your God. Let all who are around him bring tribute to the awe-inspiring one. He humbles the spirit of leaders. He is feared by the kings of the earth. Every human wrath will praise you. Even every human wrath will, even human wrath will praise you. That means even the anger and the outburst and even the sinful actions of human beings, God has the power and authority to use those things to bring honor and glory to his name. And that's how we can be so secure in him, to be able to trust that God's got us, regardless of what we're facing, regardless of how the circumstances are going. Nothing is beyond his grasp. And he's promised to work all things together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purposes. Like, we have these promises in him. We can be bold and confident. We don't have to back down. We don't have to be fearful. So make and keep your vows to the Lord your God. Be faithful, stay faithful to him, because you know that he's gonna come through in the end, even if right now it looks fearsome, it looks intimidating. Let all who are around him bring tribute to the awe-inspiring one. Has God been inspiring awe in your heart lately? Because if he's not, we're probably not thinking about him correctly. He humbles the spirit of leaders, and he's feared by the kings of the earth. He humbles the spirit of leaders. And that's what I see kind of resonating throughout this is two big things. Well, I'll say three big things. One is God is so mighty and powerful and big and wow. Two is his enemies don't stand a chance. Their best efforts come up completely blank. As it was saying right here. None of the warriors were able to even lift a hand. So God is big, great, mighty, strong. The enemy doesn't even stand a chance. Nothing he can do can even stand up against the Lord. And then we need to be humble. We need to humble our hearts before the Lord so that we can be bold recipients of his grace. Because God gives grace to the humble, but he resists the proud. And I want to be one of those people that is receiving God's grace. Amen. So God bless you today. Hope you have an amazing day. And I'm going to see you tomorrow.